Welcome to Presswood Comics. I am Aaron, and I'm with my brother Cody.
What's up?
And we are going to review Iron Man.
Issue 15. So, Aaron, what did you think of the art and the cover art?
It's weird.
Yeah. Did you think it was a bit gritty inside some of the art?
Gritty?
Especially when he's Tony?
I guess.
I did. The story's kind of weird, too. But I do like the cover art. It's very weird. What separates Tony and the Iron? Nothing. But it does give you a brief backstory of what's been happening.
Which is always good.
Oh, yeah, it is always good. Basically, he's not sure, if he's like an AI program or not. But this issue starts off with he's on trial for basically like a mass death caused by one of his programs gone rogue. And and the judge, who's being, a real D-bag, is trying to be like, you can't blame an AI. Aren't you the one responsible, kind of like, if the AI would be your son, you would be responsible for it. You're the father. Stuff like that.
Why would you be responsible for something that has free will?
Because they don't understand that.
I know, because they're politicians.
And they're also just trying to pin it on him because it's easy.
Of course, because everybody's jealous of him because he's a genius billionaire.
Yeah, but he's on trial for that. He's trying to explain that AIs, they have set, initial startups, but then the AI can learn and adapt the longer it goes on.
Of course, because it's much smarter than a human being.
And that's what he's trying to, get across to the judge, and the judge just doesn't care.
Yeah.
But then
boring city for like 3 to 4 pages.
Yeah,
it's way too long. Like all this court stuff you could do with half the panels and half the dialogue and get it done quick. And plus, Tony's not snarky enough. Everybody expects Robert Downey Jr. now. He's not spunny. He's not snarky enough. He's not witty enough. He's not brilliant enough in this comic. He's a little lame. There, yeah. I said it.
Well, he's also having an identity crisis.
My identity!
No, he thinks he might be an AI.
Yeah, which doesn't matter. He can still be a cool one.
Yeah. Then you have little panels of his friends, the Wasp, who he's dating.
Boring character in this.
And who, the Wasp?
Yes.
Then you have, I guess, Sunset Rain. It's kind of like a nemesis of Tony's company.
Yeah. All right.
And then the judge, you have a little scene of her, by the way, with androids. They're 2 androids. They're AIs themselves. But one wants to look human. The female-looking one wants to look more human. And the other one...
Of course they should want to look human. They would blend in.
And the other one's like, no.
You're not going to get all your hatred when you look like everyone else.
And the other one's like, no, we're superior to humans.
Yeah.
Why look like them? But then you have the judge gets a hold
because
of...
there's more of them. Blend, adapt, camouflage yourself. But I guess this AI has an ego, so they decide not to do that.
More human than you would think then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the judge gets a hold of an AI that looks...
That's basically a little hologram of Tony.
Yeah, it's a little Tony.
And then he thinks it's like a copy of a copy of a copy.
Yeah. And
there is a good philosophical question in this. If you could copy your mind, okay? And that your mind is in a body that can do things to the outer world, or you're responsible for it. Is it you once it's copied and goes on from there? Because it's still evolving, it's still changing. Or are you the same person you were yesterday? Think about it. That's what I did like about the writing in this.
I mean, law-wise, it would really...
Laws aren't ever gonna catch up to technology. Stop trying.
It would just be determined by, I would guess, if they could somehow punish the AI program. That's what it really comes down to.
Humans always just want to punish something they don't understand. It all comes from fear.
We want to punish things in general. That's what law is.
We're very sadistic.
Law is nothing without punishment. But then you have Vision and... What's this guy name? Is this... Yeah, Wonder Man.
Wonder Man. I've heard of Wonder Man before, but I don't know a lot about him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if he's a robot or not. They kind of made it look like he is, but
Let's go ahead and skip
might
over
be
some
that.
stuff. Let's not give too much away.
But they go to the X Mansion, but because of what's going on with the X-Men right now, they're not there. Then you have something happens there. Then you have a little love scene between Tony and the Wasp.
They don't have good chemistry together. They don't have witty dialogue.
He's also talking to little Tony, who he has better chemistry with.
A little bit, yeah. They call each other like Mustache Brothers, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. But then you have the Vision kind of shows up in this huge crowd of robots who are protesting for robot rights outside of the courthouse.
That's what robots would do.
Yeah.
I guess. They would just be like, let's go protest like the humans.
Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. But then you have a version of what he's fighting. It's actually 2 in 1.
Yeah, you don't want to get too much away. Oh, hold on. Go back. What is this? Agents of Wakanda. And it's what? What is that? I like his suit.
It's Black Panther
leading. I like Black Panther suit though.
Probably leading an elite team that he put
He's
together.
He's gonna basically Black Panther. Did that mean Agents is basically gonna be his little Avenger group?
I guess
of Wakandans, right?
Even though he has
we
2
might
Wakandans. They might not all be Wakandans.
We might need to see that.
Like, that guy's white. You got the Wasp. You have an A.
They're all Wakandan. They can all be Wakandans.
He doesn't look Wakandan though.
Yeah, I know. He's probably going to be part of like another tribe or something.
Maybe he's from Conan.
Maybe.
Anyway, Tony and this mixture of things begin to fight. Then he's like, I'm losing. And the Wasp, she's like, oh, I'm so glad you're here, Travis. He's like, me too, foo. Steals her.
Let's just go ahead and skip to the end.
And
we don't want to get
it's kind of a sad scene between him and little Tony. And because of what Tony does, he also kills all the robots, which is also just a huge problem because basically they're leading up to this is about to be a human versus robot war.
What happened to Wasp?
And Wasp is gone, and then that's actually one of the second to last pages. But you find out where the Wasp, who captured the Wasp, who Jarvis says is the master of all this, which is also a mixture of 2 things. But that was Tony Stark Iron Man, issue 15. Aaron, give your overview.
I was bored through some of it. It raised some good philosophical points about the way we would react to something that's different from us and smarter than us and will eventually be better than us, even though we created it. So that was good. The dialogue was not that great. There wasn't a lot of chemistry between the Wasp and Tony. The first of it was kind of boring. It could have been done in, like I said earlier, half the time. The art was moderate art, and the colors too. Did the colors seem a little weird to you? Like they weren't like really doing anything?
What was weird was the
color scheme,
the artistic difference between Tony without the suit and Tony with
the suit. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give this a C-. Not the worst comic, but definitely not the best comic. Go ahead, bro.
I would agree on most points. I guess I can understand that Tony is having a crisis. The Wasp was very little support, even though she knows he's on the verge of bringing back his drinking habit again, and he's like, I don't know how I feel, and she's like, I don't really care. So that kind of happened.
I'm not really here for you.
Yeah. And the plot is kind of interesting, but I don't know. It's a very mixed bag.
It's extreme mixed bag. That's why I gave it a C-.
Yeah.
Because it's not bad, and it's like it's a C. If this was a report that you turned into your teacher, she'd be like, "You tried, but you didn't get there." Mm. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a C-, and not a frowny face or a happy face sticker, but like 2 eyes and then a straight horizontal line sticker, like, I don't know if it's good, but I can't give it a D+. That's the way I'm thinking.
Well, we're going to have 2 different teachers there, buddy.
Oh, whatever, Cody.
So I
Whatever.
am going to give this.
What are you gonna give it? Oh, surprise!
A D plus.
Surprise! Surprise!
Regret buying it. Don't care what happens. Don't care what happened before. Like I said with Monstrous Review, if you can't captivate me on one issue, I don't care where you are in your series.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't get me interested
You're such a harder critic than me.
and seeing it before and after, then no.
You're like a ball buster.
I gotta be your harder
Ball
critic.
buster critic.
Because in this media, there's just a crap ton of content. So I really
There's way too. They're putting out. First of all, they're putting out. Marvel is putting out like 70 issues a month. That's way too many. How can you keep up with that? DC's starting to get their crap together with lowering the amount they're spreading, and they're starting to make more high quality content than they've been making recently too. Marvel needs to cut their crap down some.
Marvel has a surplus of money, so.
Well, of course, I don't care about that. Make good comics. Make good comics. Make me feel stuff.
Well,
Make me get excited. Make me scared for the character. Make me worry about him or her.
the future of Marvel and Disney together, anyway, is just going to be a mixed bag
Everything.
of complete and utter crap.
Or
then,
awesomeness.
And then maybe a gem or two.
Or awesomeness. Yeah, you're so negative about this.
No, because they're going to start
You're negative.
Dude, they're going to start heavily putting their agendas into that crap, and it's going to show, and they're not going to care if it shows. They're going to put it in your face. That's what they did with Infinity
Capitalism
War.
is the great equalizer. It's either going to work or not work.
Oh, dude, that's what they did with Infinity War, too. Like, I don't understand why Captain Marvel was even in that movie. Like,
You know why she's in that movie, Cody?
'Cause there's
she
agenda
had her
they're
own
pushing?
movie. Of course, she had her own movie. She's in it very little.
the best part of her appearance in that movie was when Thanos just punched her off the screen for the remainder
Cody,
of the fight.
you knew that she was going to be in the movie. Just quit your complaining.
Yeah.
She's Captain America now. Get used to it.
And she
Get
ruined
used
a
to
good
it.
15 minutes of the movie.
Get used to it. She didn't ruin it.
So yeah.
It just wasn't like, wow, what a great, well-written character that people like that they didn't have to reboot 4 or 5 times for no reason. That's an agenda. Anyway, no more Captain Marvel smack talk. Let's go ahead and end this puppy.
And brightest day and blackest night, like, comment, and subscribe with all your might.
And make better comics, Marvel.